You son of a bitch.
That's right. We're here. Oh shit, wrong thing. There it is. Alright. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst. Before we jump back in to where we left off last time, which was, well, we finished Government Quest 9-3. The third government quest for episode 4, right? I went back and did my due diligence. This is the reason I didn't stream yesterday. I went back to do the episode 1 quests on this character, the sandbox character, because I hadn't done them on that one. Just to see if it would change the dialogue for Sue and Bernie and Karik on episode 4, and it did. I was actually surprised. I was like, okay, the game's not that underfunded. It actually did change it. So like I promised, I recorded my interactions with them after I did some quests in episode 1. I redid the entire Regal Ring questline, the Seat of the Heart stuff. I did all that surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, but incredibly fast on normal mode, being at level 200, overgeared, and skipping all the dialogue. I just had to remember the choices you had to do and where to talk to Sue and Bernie and all the quests, you know, like Dr. Osto's Research, Unsealed Door, Waterfall Tears, Black Paper, and then finally, you know, Seat of the Heart itself. Just doing all those and the 3 starter quests, it changed the dialogue for Karik, for Ash, for Bernie, and for Sue in episode 4. I was like, oh shit, this did matter. So now I have that occupying me. I did some more quests today in preparation for this stream, just in case there's going to be more episode 1 and 2, or episode 1 particularly. In case there's going to be any more episode 1 quests, or sorry, quest NPCs that might be showing up later in episode 4. In preparation for that, I did a few more quests. Not all of them yet though, because even skipping dialogue and being overpowered at max level, it still takes a little bit of time to get through all the rooms, because some of the enemies spawn really slow or they die really slow, and your character only runs so fast. But I'll show you what I got so far. So let's quit out of this real quick, and then I'll switch to what the fuck, man? The music. That shit got cursed for a second. And then yeah, I'll show the videos. Okay, so it's not that one. Okay, so it's already here. I found a few, but some of them were just kind of like, I didn't delete them yet, but I like had just hit the record button just in case, and then nothing new happened, so. But yeah, this will only be a few minutes. Holy shit. Okay, let's see. Screen capture, properties, capture window, movies and TV. Yeah, here we go. Okay, cool. Okay, gotta make sure autoplay's not on so it doesn't just suddenly skip to the next video at the end of this one. Alright, let's see what happened here. Oh yeah, so this is Sue's alternate dialogue. I started recording right after she spawned. I hadn't talked to her yet. And I was like, okay, this is me off stream. I was thinking, okay, moment of truth. Did I waste my time? It wasn't a lot. But I was like, did I waste my time doing the entire Seat of the Heart questline all over again? I don't think that's necessary for her to say what she's about to say. It's more, as long as you did a quest involving the NPC. They didn't go that deep, I don't think. So I'm pretty sure I could have just come here to talk to her like this right after doing Dr. Osto's Research, where you first tell her your name or whatever. Maybe she'll even say something different if you didn't tell her your name. I don't know, but I'm not experimenting that much. Because as I also, after this happened, I also did a little bit of research, but I didn't want to spoil too much of episode 4 for myself, so I kind of tried to keep it low-key, but I found out other Easter eggs for other quests that we've done that I didn't catch and were not in any of the guides that I followed, and I was like, this game has so much shit, man. This game has so many hidden little things in it that, like, you... Not even the internet can always tell you, unless you find, like, really specific forums of people talking about this stuff. Like, if you just happen to run across stuff. There's an Easter egg for the Retired Hunter quest I didn't know about, but apparently it's only on Very Hard or Ultimate, so I'll have to verify that later, because that's actually going to take a little bit longer to get through. But yeah, there's so much hidden shit in this game. Anyway. So yeah, instead of just treating me like a stranger, this time Sue actually recognizes me, since I went back to do the episode 1 quest. She says, ah, it's been a while. Something told me you'd show up here. Talk about luck, though. You sure are a strange one. You're definitely not military, but you're up to something, I'm sure. He already knows me too well. I wonder what she'll try to pull next. You couldn't find the research team? He stays quiet. Do you have any inclinations as to what you think happened? The more you know, the worse things seem to get. I'd advise you to not go any further. You should call it quits before you get yourself into trouble. Besides, there's nothing for you here anyway. I think she says that... yeah. She says this, I think, even when she doesn't know who you are. So eventually the dialogue does converge back into, like, the normal script for episode 4. But when they first see you, the characters actually recognize you. This happens with Bernie as well. But he doesn't appear till the next mission. Okay, so... yeah, here's Karik. So he just spawned, and I'm gonna talk to him. I happen to be standing right in front of where he spawned. And there he is. He says, "It's been a long time, Vaughn." Another one.
Dylan!
Have you been improving yourself at all?
Son of a bitch.
Your face shows that you've weathered some harsh experiences. Well, in any case, you should be aware of something. Works is apparently up to something. See, now we got extra lore. When he didn't know me, he didn't say this. Because he knows who I am, and we got like that sort of friendly rivalry bond friendship thing going on, he actually told me this. This ties back into the Soul of Steel quest a little bit, because that's where we first sort of found out who Works was. They're that sort of, they're just another like branch of the military that kind of does special operations, essentially. They're not Black Ops per se, that would be Black Paper, you know, pretending to be human and drug traffickers, but they actually secretly work for the military. Works is like kind of like that, but not so much, you know, not so shady. They're more of an official military branch rather than these secret super soldiers they got off on the sidelines like these guys, you know, like Sue and Karik. But either way, Karik says Works is apparently up to something, so now we know who the military branch that we're dealing with that's here is. The ones who don't actually want us around, even though the principal sent us here also. Karik says it's just as the girl said, probably referring to Sue. And here's another battle tip from me. The creatures in this area tend to attack in mass. Watch the radar and try not to get surrounded. In groups, these creatures are not to be trifled with. He gave us another battle tip. Just like in the battle training quest where we first met him. He's repeating himself. Also, hold on. Before we continue, there's something I gotta do since this shouldn't take too long, but there it is. Lantis! Hello! I knew, yeah, my gut told me to do this. So I was like, hold on, I better pop out my chat in case somebody actually comes in and I'm not actually talking to myself right now. And there's Lantis. I nailed it too. You just talked. Because I did not have my chat anywhere on my 2 monitors, so I was like, somebody might come in while I'm reading all this shit and I won't even know. How are you, Lantis? How you doing? Let me make sure okay, Streamlabs is still broadcasting this. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's the alternate dialogue from Karik actually recognizing us this time around. I basically used a time machine to go back to episode 1 and do a quest, and now he knows who I am suddenly by coming back to episode 4. Apparently I am, Lantis. That was actually really good, yeah. That was really good timing on my part. I was like, oh shit, I gotta open my chat or else I won't know if someone comes in, and then there you were. You're like, hello! With the little cute kitty emotes that you have. From, Neko, I believe was her name? Okay, I think here I was just fighting, so I forgot to stop the recording. This is the same. This dialogue here did not change at all. As far as I can remember, Sue and Karik have the same exact conversation with each other. Yeah, this didn't change. You're doing well? That's great. That's great to hear, Lantis. And yeah, I am having a good day, actually. Thank you. Bless. Those emotes are too adorable. Every time I see them, even if I haven't, like, you know how Pizza Maid has her chat on the screen, but like it kind of sometimes it's small enough and compressed enough that you can't always see the full name of the person talking. Sometimes I just see your badge, like the little heart badge. But when I see those emotes, I was like, that's Lantis. I was like, it's Lantis, because you really love those emotes. And I'm here for it. I support it 100%. These emotes are really cute, honestly. Every time I'm like, oh, it's Lantis, the cute little kitty emotes. That's my legit reaction when I'm watching one of her vlogs. Also when I see you in other streams, when I'm working. Yeah, nothing here changed. This is all the same. Oh yeah, so here Ash actually recognized me. You speak cat? You speak Neko. There it is. Ash is like, hey you, haven't I seen you somewhere before? I have to check if his dialogue will change again once I do the from, no, what is it? Yeah, I think it is called From the Depths, where you fight alongside him. The one where you can fight Karuk if you took the non-canon route, where you get the Soul Eater off of him or whatever. But I don't think it will, though. I think they reference the earliest quest you can meet them in, because Bernie references Grand Squall. Yeah. This is an emo for everything, yeah. It's really cute. It's honestly a super cute, adorable emote set. I can only hope to approach that with my own emote set one day. You know, long-term goals. Ash says, you're Vaughn, aren't you? Zid hired you a while back, right? Then he remembered me. I still owe you for my what? Shit. I didn't pause it. That's what I get for using the soundboard. Said Zid hired you a while back. Also, I masked too quickly. I still owe you for my life back then. Oh yeah, because we saved him. You always fight Karuk. Apparently, a lot of people did Lantis because... Unfortunately, I had a minor spoiler for Phantasy Star Online 2. And I don't know if it's for OG and New Genesis, and please don't elaborate on this if you know. But somebody in a chat, another streamer's chat, he was playing Phantasy Star this one, but they were for some reason going off about the story for Phantasy Star Online 2, and they mentioned that Karuk is in it. And they said that a lot of people kind of freaked out about that because I guess most people thought the canon was that you fight and kill Karuk and take the Soul Eater. And I'll be honest, I didn't know Karuk was going to show up here in episode 4, but I always thought the canon was not doing that anyway because it just seemed like it made more sense to me, even back in the GameCube days, where you do the other route. Especially once I did play this game and saw, not episode 4, but when I saw the Seed of the Heart quest and how it can be so much more expanded with Sue and Karuk showing up if you do the version where you don't kill Karuk, I was like, yeah, this is definitely has to be the canon version. Like, or that pretty much confirmed it for me, you know. But unfortunately, when I did that version of Seed of the Heart, I had already had that spoiler from PSO2. You don't play PS2? Oh, okay, good. I don't have to worry about it then. But yeah, somebody had said something like that, and then... But what struck me was that they said that a lot of people kind of freaked out and were like, what? Why? You killed him and, you know, took the scythe. I guess for a lot of people, that was their headcanon, was that was the correct route. I think it's probably because it was the most well-known route back in the GameCube days. Like, we just talked about it the other day, but, like, Blueburst was not anywhere near as popular as the original PSO on Dreamcast and then the re-release on GameCube with Episode 1 and 2. Like, the peak of PSO's popularity, this game, was the GameCube Xbox, you know, Episode 1 and 2 version. And so when Episode 4 came out, a lot of people didn't even play it. I didn't even hear about it. I was one of those people who did not even hear about it until it was already on private servers, like in post 2010 or something like that. I did not know Blueburst existed until then. So I'm not surprised that a lot of people probably just headcanoned it, that getting Karuk's Soul Eater was the canon playthrough for that particular storyline. So I was like, I guess it kind of makes sense if he appears in PSO2 that people were kind of like, what? Nani? Anyway, Ash says, honestly, I mean it. He's referring to the fact that I saved his life, yeah. Thank you. Anyway, there was a laser fence in the way here. Well, you're welcome, Ash. Catch him? He says, so I went and deactivated it. Okay. You know, the principal's hired a lot of hunters for this task. I need to make sure I stand out and outperform the rest. Although it'll be a challenge to surpass your level of skill. Well, thanks. The creatures here are no laughing matter, so you might need help. I went through a lot to get this far, and my pals were tough too. You might not need this, but I still want you to have this. Here, Moon Atomizer. So he still gives you that, it's just the dialogue's completely different now. Oh, and then he references Karik here. He did not say this when we did this yesterday, and I hadn't done the episode 1 quest, and he didn't know who I was. Ash says, hey, you know that android that helped you save me before? Yeah. I haven't seen it in a while. I think it might be up to something. I only have my hunch, but be careful, okay? He's already sussing out Karik. He's like, he's hella sus. Never felt like Karik was killed, just defeated in that moment. I assumed he'd be back. Jerks like that don't fall that easily. Well, I assumed he was dead because, like everybody else during that quest line, during that particular quest, they turn into white smoke when they die. Like the screen fades out and it comes back and you just see a bunch of white smoke. It even happens to Donoff in the Retired Hunter quest after you help him kill 100 enemies. He just dies right at the teleporter back to Fantasy, or back to Pioneer 2. I was about to say Phantasy Star Online. Back to Pioneer 2. Like he just suddenly says, I did it. I killed 10,000. And he fucking... And then he turns into white smoke. So I just kind of assumed that meant they're dead, you know? But yeah. Yeah, even before I knew about the PSO2 spoiler, even before I had that spoiled for me, and even before I knew about anything in episode 4, which luckily this has been completely blind up to this point. I didn't know anything that was going to happen yesterday. That's why I would have played the quest if I knew. I would have redid the episode 1 quest offline like I'm doing now, with this character to make sure we got the expanded dialogue if I knew that so many characters from the first episode were going to show up again. But yeah, even before knowing anything about episode 4 and PSO2, I still kind of was like, I think it's because of the Seat of the Heart thing. No, even before I knew about that, it just kind of felt like that was the other was the canon route. I guess it was just a hunch then. I never really had much for it. I was just kind of like, the canon is probably, that's why from the very beginning I was calling it that. I was just like, I think the canon route is where you don't go after Karik and you actually tell Sue. I think that's what it was. It's the fact that it just seems kind of... Now, everybody had canons their character's personality differently, but it always kind of felt weird to me to just not tell Sue my name. I think that's what it was. I felt like it's kind of like you're just supposed to do that. It feels like a main character thing to do. To just tell her your name, despite how foolish it might actually be, since it's pretty obvious during that quest where you meet her that she's part of the Black Paper guys. So I just kind of... It still just kind of feels like that's what the writers intended you to do, is to just, especially because it's the default option. I think that's what it came down to. It's just that it felt right to tell her my name, even if she was hella shady. And then she proves that she is shady after that. In every quest you see her after that, she just becomes shadier and shadier. And then, at the end of Seat of the Heart, where her and Karik show up right behind Ellie, and they threaten to murder you guys if you don't go back with them. And then you almost fight her. And then Karik's like, no. Let's just help him out, Sue. Fuck it. Let's have some fun, And then you get to fight alongside Karik, and it's like the most awesome anime moment ever, with like the epic music playing as you go into the tower and you fuck shit up with Karik. That was the best payoff for doing Seat of the Heart with the canon route. That was really good. I like that. And Karik didn't get taken over by Dark Faults and went crazy. Like in the route where he tries to kill you. Okay, he's repeating himself. Alright, so I think that's it for this clip. Yeah. Now, the next character... Oh, this is Bernie. Actually... Hold on, I'm gonna come back to this clip, because I found out something else about Bernie that now it makes more sense. She says nothing different, because she never... Yeah, we saved her in Grand Squall with Bernie, but she never saw. She was unconscious, so she doesn't recognize who the hell we are. So her dialogue is exactly the same. Oh, this! We gotta come back to this, too. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so this was me recording shit off stream. And I finally found out how you're supposed to get Bernie in the Retired Hunter quest. This is it. You see the timer up there? It says 30 minutes, right? It turns out Retired Hunter happens after... Zoke dies. So the reason I never found Bernie in this quest before was because I always did this quest before the one where you help Shino the android help her where you help her find her master Zoke, who's being accompanied by Bernie in the ruins, and then he dies at the end, and then she commits suicide so she can be with him forever. And then Bernie, like, if you did the, you know, the quest line with Sue and Bernie correctly, he'll recognize who you are. Otherwise, he won't. Either way, or maybe not, maybe you have to do it the right way where he actually recognizes you at that point. You have to do the actual Sue and Bernie quest line the correct way. I'm not sure. But since I did it correctly this time, and then I played the retired hunter after, there he is. He's right there, see? Also, when I was recording this off stream, I didn't care. I was playing the theme song to the Police Knots made by Hideo Kojima. So that's the music that's playing in the background. At least it says nothing new or different. Yes, Bernie has the knack. Alright, so this is what he says. So this takes place after Zoke has died and Shino committed suicide with him, right? It looked like he was dying, but then we saw it. My last playthrough of episode 1, you know, he recognized who we were. He said, Vaughn, whatever. And then he was like, it seemed like he was dying, but then he disappeared. Like he actually made it out. And he did. You see him here. This takes place after. And he talks about it. He says, hey, Vaughn. You look shocked. Well, yeah, dude, I thought you died. And he says, yeah, I'm surprised that I'm still alive. Unbelievable. It's like, he's just so casual about it. He's like, yeah, I lived. I thought I was dead too. Like,
what? What the fuck?
Well, I gotta keep busy while I'm still alive. Obviously, he's sad he lost his best friend Zoke, but he still seems kind of casual, right, about it? He's just repeating himself, but he still has more dialogue because he recognizes Donoff. I need headphones just for these moments. I can look like a DJ. Yeah, so here I was like, yeah, Bernie's like, how am I alive? So once you have Donoff in your party, I happened to go back to Pioneer 2 because I needed more food for my mag. But when I did, you can actually get some extra dialogue. I sped up the music because it sounds better at 1.5 speed. The game's fine though. This was just the YouTube video sped up in the background. So yeah, I telepiped back to Pioneer 2 with Donoff. I'd never done this before. I'm glad I did it with Bernie actually here, instead of all the other times where he wasn't there. But if you talk to him, he actually looks straight at Donoff. He interacts with him. They have like a conversation with their eyes, so you can't hear anything. They just kind of communicate silently. And we got some extra lore. Check this out. He's quiet. And he tells Donoff, you don't have to worry. Plus, she's a strong woman. Donoff says nothing. Bernie says nothing. Then he says, this is all I can do now. To tell you the truth, I don't ever want to see those girls running around after you. Strongly implying that Donoff has daughters who would probably go looking for him if he went missing. I think that's what Bernie just implied. Which that's new to me. We only know that Donoff, I only know so far that Donoff is best friends with Heathcliff Flowen, who got turned into Olga Flo through bioweapons experiments and Dark False genetics, being infected with Dark False's genes or whatever. But yeah. So yeah, there was some extra dialogue. I was like, oh shit, okay. Alicia says this. She says, Donoff. Vaughn, Donoff needs your help. That's it. So she recognizes him, but doesn't talk to him. The nurse... maybe she needs glasses. She says, Mr. Donoff, please come back to the hospital. I know you're hiding around here. So at first you thought she recognized him because he's right there. But no, she's just yelling for him and somehow doesn't see him right in front of her. It's just like... They hired the wrong person to go looking for her. She just says... That nurse just says generic dialogue, so, you know. Anyway. I think that's... I don't think this is quest exclusive dialogue. Maybe it's just something that happens when you're at endgame for episode 1 and I never talked to these guys again, so I didn't know. I think this is MSQ. He just says, Pioneer 1 carried a lot more weaponry than we did. If we really have to land on Regal, we should try to find it. The other guy says, well, I'd handle everything if I had stronger weapons. Which is, you know,
Holy shit!
copium. And this next clip, well, this is where Donov dies. But this isn't relevant right now because, again, I had done some... remember I said there was an Easter egg in Retired Hunter that I didn't know about before? Apparently, I only found out after I recorded this because I thought this was where I was going to find it. It has to be done on very hard or ultimate only. You have to do this quest on very hard or ultimate. Doesn't work on normal or hard. Now I'm on normal here, so it didn't work. But apparently if you talk to Alicia after Donov dies, which, you know, he does right here, there's unique dialogue, and then the portal opens, like the normal teleporter you use gets an option for the Forest 2, I think. And if you go to the weather machine computer that you talk to, that you examine with her and your party during the Forest of Sorrow quest, you go there by yourself, by the way, in the Retired Hunter quest, so you don't turn it in yet, basically. After Donov dies, instead of going to the guild counter and getting your money, you talk to Alicia, she says something unique, you go to the forest, you talk to that machine, and apparently it has a letter from Donov, or I think Floen, I think it was, yeah. I think it has a, yeah, it makes, sorry, yeah, it's Floen. Floen left a letter to Donov and a few others there, like one final message for them, basically. And it kind of reveals some stuff. I'd rather talk about it once we actually see it. But at the time that I was attempting this, just before the stream, I didn't know that it was very hard and ultimate only. I did this on normal, and only afterwards did I... Because I'm trying to avoid spoilers, so... Only afterwards did I Google it, and then on PSO World I found some forum posts where people were talking about it. And they were like, oh yeah, it only happens on very hard or ultimate. And I was like, oh my god, I just wasted my time doing this fucking quest. Not completely, because I got the unique Bernie dialogue. I didn't know that Bernie appeared here only after you did the Seek My Master quest. That's what it's called, where you help Shino out. Because no other guide I read talked about that. They just said Bernie appeared in this quest, but they didn't say only if you do Seek My Master first. Somebody needs to make an actual timeline of events for showing us where, you know... for showing us the timeline of all the quests. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for stuff that I did off stream that can complement our oh wait, yeah, the next video will have Bernie's dialogue. Here, Bernie will comment on Donov's death as well. She says the same thing. He still thinks like he's out there. I guess your character just doesn't tell her that he, you know, that he's dead. Alicia says the same thing as always. I think it was better for him than sleeping in a comfortable bed. So I guess on very hard or ultimate, she'll actually say something different here. And then you can go to the forest. Instead of just saying that and then saying thanks for taking care of him. So I'll have to test that out before next stream. Bernie says, do I look depressed? You've got to be more careful. That's all he says. Like, well, you know, it's natural to be sad when somebody you know just died, especially if you were friends with them, man. Like, what the hell? So yeah, at this point, I just ran around confused because I didn't know why the forest didn't unlock for me. So... okay, that was it. Yeah. Now to rewind and go back to some of the episode 4 stuff. So, something else I happened to stumble across when I was researching... what in particular was I looking... oh, when I was researching what kind of special dialogue you could get for episode 1 characters appearing in episode 4. Again, trying to avoid spoilers, but I was kind of curious what quests I should go back and do in episode 1, because I didn't really feel like doing all of them again. Even if I skip all the dialogue, even if I'm level 200 and overpowered, it's still kind of a chore. But I just, even though I didn't find my answers, and I'm still gonna have to do all the quests again, just to be sure, I did stumble across somebody talking about the fact that there are certain events that can happen, or certain cutscenes you can see in episode 4, regardless of the episode 1 quests. There are certain cutscenes you can see in episode 4 if you do certain objectives fast enough. And I was like, what? And I happened to run across this just before I found this information. It's this scene right here. So this was after I unlocked the last laser fence, holding that in. This is mission 2 where you see Bernie for the first time, and there's that warp point in that main hub area when you start the quest. You know some spoilers about this quest, but you're not going to say anything. Thank you, Lantis. I appreciate that. So yeah, in Government Quest 9-2, which is data retrieval, you start off in this hub area where there's a warp surrounded by 3 types of fences, laser fences, and you have to go to 3 different warps around the area and do some stuff to unlock all of them one at a time. And then you go there and you arrive at this area where Sue is, and you retrieve data from a computer. We did this yesterday on stream, but I was apparently too slow, which makes sense because I was distracted talking with Pizza Maid and other people who came into the stream, which is totally fine, by the way. I was talking to them, and so I wasn't really like paying attention as much to the game. I was kind of just sitting idle at some points or just moving very slowly. And apparently, if I had been faster, we would have seen this scene. This scene didn't happen because, and again, I stumbled on it by accident because I was just trying to get through this quest as fast as possible off stream, like an hour or 2 ago. Actually, no, this was yesterday. Off stream, I tried doing this quest just because I was trying to see the new dialogue from having gone back to do the episode 1 quests. That's it. And so because I already was familiar with the flow of the quest, I did it really fast. And I got this scene, which we hadn't, didn't happen on stream. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So I started recording. And Sue says, this is a standard terminal. It looks like we made it in time. I hope I can extract the data quickly. Loading. Logging complete. Accessing data. Downloading data. Download complete. And she says, got it. Now to delete a few key segments.
What? You bastard!
She's sabotaging it. With the encryption, we'd never get into it any other way. Deleting access restrictions. Full control access granted. Accessing data. Deleting specified data segments. Deletion complete. Sue says, perfect. The job's done. Let's get out of here. So yeah, I saw that and was like, we didn't see that yesterday. What the hell? You love Alicia. Okay, I'm glad I did some of the quests involving her then. Yeah, off stream earlier I did a quest. I did the what was it? The one where she has you research stuff for the animals on Regal or whatever. I didn't know she was gonna appear on episode 4. But like I said, I started doing all the quests now again. Just skipping the dialogue, of course, but I'm doing all the quests on episode 1 off stream again, just in case any more episode 1 NPCs were going to show up in episode 4. That's what I said earlier, right? So I'm glad I did that before this stream. I still have to do a bunch of caves and mines ones. But if we see any NPCs that for quests I haven't done yet on this version of the character, I'll just like I did last time. I'll just go back to do episode 1 quests. Gonna do them anyway. And then go back to do the episode 4 quests if we see them, and see if the dialogue changes because now they know who I am from way back then. But I didn't want to take another day off, so just to do that. So that's why I'm streaming right now. I was like, fuck it, I'll just, I'll do it as I go. It ain't that deep, basically. Anyway, yeah, going back to this scene, yeah, so this was a surprise. And so now because of this, because Sue appeared and did that because I was actually apparently fast enough, people said that if you do certain objectives in episode 4 fast enough, you get extra scenes. And I was like, that's literally what just happened to me. Before I read that, though, I was just like, why didn't I see that scene yesterday when I was streaming? And then I just happened to find that when I was researching the whole, what I just talked about. Like, what unique dialogue NPCs will have in episode 4 if you met them in episode 1, yada yada. Yeah, thanks to that, I'm gonna try to get through the episode 4 quests as fast as possible. I'm not gonna like dilly-dally, I guess. I'm gonna like speed run to a certain extent, but not rush so bad that I, don't explore unique areas. But I'm gonna try to move at a brisk pace now, just so I can get any extra scenes at any any episode 4 quests have, because the timers are hidden. Like, there was no timer on screen saying to go this fast or whatever. It's just a hidden sort of thing where it's like, if you happen to go that fast, you'll see an extra scene of Sue deleting some of the data you were sent to retrieve. So we didn't see that yesterday because we were too damn slow. That was it, yeah. We're back to these videos. And yeah, that should be it. That should cover all the relevant things I recorded. Yeah, this was... Oh, good. This is where I talked to Bernie, I think. Although, hold on a second. I don't think this was the first one where I talked to him. I think it was this one? Yeah, this one. I almost forgot. I didn't show the Bernie dialogue. I was just about to go back to the game and I forgot I didn't show the Bernie dialogue. The Bernie literally laughs. It's you! It's been a while!
Dylan!
Basically. Thank you for your help with the Grand Squall way back when. See, the fact that it's highlighted in pink like that, either they're trying to bring importance to that because of that, the purple phoneural girl running around, maybe. Don't know her name yet, but or maybe it's implying that if you didn't do that quest but you did the other stuff where you meet him, he might recognize you from there too. So there might be even more dialogue if you did the other quest but not that one. I don't know. But because I did the Grand Squall quest, and that's technically the earliest in the game where you can meet him, I think that's why his dialogue is set to default to that. Because he only mentions this, he doesn't bring up, you know, his friend Zoke dying and Shino dying with him, and him almost dying in the ruins and all that. He doesn't bring any of that up. He just mentions the Grand Squall thing. But, you know, he does have a lore-friendly reason for that. He says he's forgetful, so, you know. Very cool video collection. Thanks, Lantis. I recorded most of these within the last few hours. Bernie says, were you the one who cleared all the creatures out of the area? Yeah. I've already deactivated the laser fence. You know I have the knife. By the way, a lot of hunters have been hired for this mission. Okay. I might not be the only familiar face you've run into, I bet. Make sure to help out anyone that you recognize. The creatures here really are something, aren't they? This has been a big help to me. Here, you can use it. It'll really help with mopping up the fills around here. A monomeat. To be honest, I'm not just here to find the lost research data, which Sue beat us both to. I'm also here on the behalf of a certain group. But that's all I can tell you now. Still, if any hunters need your help, be sure to lend them a hand. Trust me. Trust me, bro. That's his swords. Looks like I could use some luck. Well, I hope I get better at doing this. And I defaulted back to his normal dialogue, where he'll say that and then loop it over and over, regardless of whether he recognizes you or not. So yeah, apparently doing that quest fast enough will get you that extra scene with Sue. Unless it's just, you know, the fact that I went back to do the episode 1 quests. I don't think so though. I think it's because I was faster. Because people said that, you know, online they were like, yeah, if you do these quests fast enough or certain objectives fast enough, there's some hidden timers that the game doesn't show you where if you do it fast enough, you'll get extra scenes or whatever. But some people, I think, might have also said that you also get extra scenes just for knowing the NPCs from having done episode 1 quests with them. That's why I'm doing them off stream. So okay, now I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I kind of recorded this a little, I mean, I'm learning myself, so I'm not a lore master of episode 4 yet, so the videos were a little out of order. The whole thing was a little jank, but that's pretty much it. That pretty much recaps everything I saw off stream. And we did like a nice retcon of what happened in yesterday's events. Since none of the NPCs knew who the hell I was yesterday because I hadn't done the episode 1 quest on this character. But now they do. So yeah, now they do. So I've done all the, you know, Waterfall Tears, Black Paper, all the stuff needed for the Sue and Bernie quest line. I did all the forest quests. Still have to do a few more cave and mines, a few more cave quests. definitely gotta get around to doing the mines quests and the ruins quests, because if Eleanor and Dr. Montague appear in episode 4, they're not gonna know who I am, because I haven't done Soul of Steel yet again on this character, so I definitely gotta get off my ass and do that later. But yeah, for now we can actually get back to the game. We're done with the show and tell with the off-stream stuff, so let's fire the game back up. So I said yesterday the plan was today we're going to do again, make sure all the settings are correct. Yeah. So the plan for today, continue doing the government quests up to to quest 5 and then start doing the side quests. However, I might actually just keep doing the government quests until the end. I'm not sure yet, because some people also implied that most of those side quests take place after. Or maybe they don't take place after, but they came out later as download quests. So it kind of also makes sense to do them later. Like the Seed of the Heart quest is a good example in episode 2. It technically takes place before the end of the game, but the way it's written and the way it plays out, it kind of almost feels more rewarding to do after you've completed the episode 2 main scenario, honestly. Even if that's not how it goes chronologically. It feels weird to do that quest and then do the seabed section in the main scenario, and Ellie doesn't even talk about that entire experience at all, you know, because that quest didn't exist when episode 2 first came out. It was a download quest that came out later. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. But for now, I'll at least get to quest 5, government quest 5, and then we'll go from there. So I don't know if some of the download quests... I don't know which ones are download quests and which ones came with episode 4 when it first launched. That's the problem. But I don't know if some of them might spoil the ending for episode 4. So that's why I'm wondering if I should just do the government quest straight through instead and then save the side quest for after, just to avoid potential spoilers or something. I don't know. I might do that. Okay, so the screen's capturing, all the audio's working, my mic's still working. Okay, we're good to go. Whew. 40 minutes of yapping. Yeah, I knew that was going to take a little bit to get through, but it is what it is. There was a part of me that had that idea. Before we even got to episode 4, I was like, maybe if I'm going to use the sandbox account, maybe I should make the sandbox account go through all the episode 1 quests just in case. I should have followed that gut instinct. But part of me was like, I don't think we're going to see any episode 1 NPCs in episode 4, right? Boy, was I wrong.
Oh, shit sucks!
Yeah. I was completely wrong. I think episode 4 at this point is basically just super glorified fan service, because they were desperately trying to get players interested in PSO again before Phantasy Star Universe, right? So, it makes sense. So we finished Reality and Truth yesterday, and now we're on 9-4. Government Quest 9-4, the Pursuit. It says, track down Rupika and Leo Grahatia from FF14. It's a crossover. No. I don't know who the hell these people are, but I guess we'll find out. The client is the principal, and the quest says, Rupika and Leo Grahart are now both missing. Please follow their tracks and find them. Irene says, thanks for coming, Hunter Vaughn. Before I get into the details, I need to ask something. Okay, what's up? Do you know Leo Grahart and Rupika by any chance? I don't know what this is going to affect, but I'm going to be honest and say no. Not by name, anyway. Irene says, okay, Rupika is a Newman and a fellow hunter like yourself. She's been under observation by the principal's office. A few days ago, though, we lost track of her completely. At the same time, members of Works went into action. Their division leader is a government official named Leo Grahart. Okay. He was last seen together with Rupika. We would like you to try and track them down. The reason for their disappearance remains a mystery. Grahart was captain of the 32nd Infantry Division of Works. Is this the name of that one guy from the Soul of Steel quest in episode 1? God damn it, I should have done that quest. Or redid that quest when I had the chance off stream earlier. We've heard that they've been up to something recently. We have word that he has been residing inside that crater. So in all likelihood, that is where they can both be found. Use the northern route to get to the crater with utmost haste. Speed is of the essence for this mission. Also, this mission is absolutely top secret in every regard. Okay. So, it is critical that you maintain the secrecy. Is this understood? Good. Works has been sending its members into the crater. We've been and continue to be very uneasy about this. Okay. Please use extreme caution. The reason you're taking the northern route? Yeah, what's up with that? The western, eastern, and southern routes to the crater area? All three have been put under military blockade. Oh yeah, we saw that happen at the end of literally all three of those missions. As, you know, we met that one chick who was like, get out of here, this is military jurisdiction now. It looks like they're trying to prevent access to the crater. They're trying to quarantine it, the whole thing. Block it all off. Hey, Lantana. How you doing? Good to see you. And we have Lantis and Lantana. We got Lance. A lot of Lance here. Principal Tyrell says, did Leo Grahart give that order without proper approvals? I'm not sure, but we need to find out what's going on. The military seems to be hiding their activities from me, the principal. The government, likewise, is holding back crucial information.
You son of a bitch!
And my private search teams are continually being thwarted. You mean me? Yeah. Things are getting more grim by the day. Anything else? Okay, no. That's pretty much it. Well, that's just a... This guy says, evidently Works and the Hunters Guild don't get along. You don't say. If I hadn't played Soul of Steel, I wouldn't know that. There's also rumors of a counterforce created to oppose Works. I wonder if that's black paper. They're obviously working behind the scenes. It's probably referencing them. We don't have much solid information on them. Yeah, it's definitely black paper. It's like Works is the FBI and black paper is the CIA. One is way more shaded than the other, and they can sometimes develop conflicts of interests and have to like go behind each other's backs. The military has mobilized their Works division. Works was a powerful special ops task force back on our homeworld. To curb their power, Leo was given a different government position. Excuse me. The elite members of this division were assigned to Pioneer 1 as well. Still, even with Works weakened, it seems Leo Grahart hasn't given up. If he's still in charge, then we're all in a lot of trouble. Are we getting the main villain for this episode being revealed to us right now? He's repeating himself, but yeah. We're getting a villainous entity of some kind. Yes, together Lantis and you make one full-sized land. Where's Rockman EXE when you need him? He hasn't been here in a while, but his profile picture on Discord is literally Lan Hikari from the Mega Man Battle Network series, also known as the Rockman EXE series in Japan. What the hell? My chat didn't scroll down automatically with that. Yeah, Rockman. Let me sort this out. Sorted. Yeah, here's the proof that I did that shit off stream. I got a Regal ring. I never put it away because fuck it. But yeah, I have the Rail Ring from redoing the entire Sue and Bernie quest line off stream yesterday, since I took a day off. Just so I could see what new dialogue I'd get in episode 4 with Sue and Karik and Bernie and anybody else we run into. I don't know why it's not scrolling down. They hang in my stream from time to time. Oh, you actually mean the user Rockman. I thought you meant like you like Mega Man. Okay, you actually mean, yeah, Rockman himself, yeah. He's a cool guy. So we're going to Crater Northern Route. Okay, before we start, I gotta use the restroom. But also, I just remembered what I just said earlier. Certain quests have hidden timers in them that get you extra scenes. So I'm gonna actually restart the quest once I've actually come back, so that I can just hit the floor, you know, running, so to speak, and not miss out on any potential new scenes or whatever. Because, or extra scenes, I should say, because I was too slow since I went AFK at the wrong time. You know what I mean? So yeah. This is fine. I'll sit here. When I come back, I'm gonna go start the quest again. I'll skip all the dialogue and then we'll just go. Alright, be back in just a sec. Alright, I'm back. Oof. Alright, let's get on with it. So yeah, I'll just start the mission and then we'll just hit the ground running. So we don't miss out on anything extra from being too slow. As long as I keep a brisk pace, I should be fine because, you know, I almost one-shot everything. Pursuit sounds like it's a fast-paced mission, so even if there is no on-screen timer... Oops, this time I said I do know them. Irene says you do, then this will be simple. The truth is, both of them disappeared. We'd like you to try and track them down. And then she still goes on to introduce them a little bit. She still talks about Grahard doing shady shit. Damn it. I don't know if that changes anything. But I want to be honest the first time and say that I don't know who the fuck they are. I forgot there was an answer choice right away. Try this again. Okay, so I can't mass too fast here. No, there we go. Didn't ask anything else, so I can just mass through the rest. Since I've been playing this off stream, for all the aforementioned reasons from earlier, my thumb's already, like, had it, so I gotta just, you know. Lord knows, sometimes talking to NPCs a little extra can unlock dialogue later too, or extra scenes. I'm still talking to them again, but, you know, trying to be quick about it. Because we read this already. Oops. Okay. Get the hell out of here. Oh yeah, I fed my mag enough for it to evolve. Speaking of... Yeah, we're good. Alright, let's go. This is meant to be a chase. It's called Pursuit, so... Probably gotta go quick for this one if we want all the scenes or whatever. Guess we're not going that way. And we're being guided. Only one way to go. Alright. They're cartoonish sound effects. Also, I finally caught on to the music transition when it goes into battle mode. Optional, just for loot. If we don't need to go that way, we're not going that way. Oh god, this guy again. By far the most annoying enemy. Look at that. Get out of here. You greaseball bastard. Tariq!
Dylan!
What's up, homie? Wait a minute. How you doing? Tariq says, these creatures are no challenge to either you or me, right? Ask yourself, why has Works been sent here? Works is a very zealous organization. Oh, I know. I don't know your role in this, but I must continue to follow their trail. Lil Goon found Yasha after defeating Milkweek. Damn. Okay. Alright, Creek, see you later then. Shit, that must be the way to go. Let me check real quick what's over here. Loot. That's loot. Get shot. We're back in this hub area. Okay. Get out of here, damn bird. What an asshole. Zebuta. We got more assholes over here. Who are these assholes? This guy says what? Now we've been called to convene? Ugh. What are you doing here? What, did you want to get through here? Yeah. Well, I'm really hurting from Miseta. Oh, he wants me to bribe him! You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Understand? I'll open this up if you give me 1,000 Miseta. And the other soldier says, this guy's my superior officer? Superior in like quotes. Is he trying to get me in trouble? Ugh. This guy says, shut up. Don't say another word. I'm sick of just being a good little soldier. I don't know where his accent came from, but he's got an accent now. A man can go and find someone else who'll listen to them. So, what are you gonna do then? I'm not giving you shit. Well then go away. Wow, you actually have to bribe him. That's part of the... Yeah, that's actually part of the mission. Interesting.
You son of a bitch!
Let me check the rest of the area before I do that. There might be something else you can do. Maybe, maybe not. I came from over there, right? Yeah. The blood of my enemies is all over the ground here. Looks like I gotta bribe him. Makes sense they would only make it 1,000 Meseta then, because yeah, that's pretty... it's pretty easy to come by. Alright, let's bribe him. I don't see anything else we can do. Somebody else also said that you can get extra scenes if you go around and talk to all the NPCs again, like at the end of a mission before you go turn it in. So like maybe in mission 1 or 2 or 3, if I'd gone back to talk to the NPCs that I met one more time before turning in the quest after everything else was done, we could have maybe got some extra dialogue or some extra scenes. Like there's just a lot of shit to this game apparently. Even in episode 4, which is supposed to be underfunded. Oh, it starts the whole dialogue all over again. Yep. What if I say no, I don't want to get through here? Oh, he just says go away. Alright, so we gotta bribe him. Yeah, I want to get through. You're hurting from Miseta. Here's some money. He says, I knew you'd understand. 1,000 Miseta then? Here, in exchange you can have this. There, it's open. Go on through. This guy says, I saw nothing. Talk to my superior officer. Yeah, boys. Thanks for letting me through. We're going into this hellhole, apparently. We saw this JPEG yesterday. Alright, let's do it. Crater interior. Not a JPEG anymore. It's like we climbed down the mountain, basically. So much more richly detailed. Yeah, even that JPEG was accurate, though. The bodies of water are in the right spot. Interesting. The music is very different now. Thank God, because I was worried that this whole episode 4 was just gonna have one goddamn song the whole time through. Just one melody playing the whole time. Who are these assholes? And these bodies of water aren't too deep. That takes you back up to the edge of the crater up there on the north. Oh, I was just trying to... I don't even know why the hell I'm bothering to pick it up anyway. Just like an instinct thing. Money! Pick it up! They give us some really large zones to explore in this. Oh, there's the invisible walls. Okay. Well, this music is a little funky. It says our duty is our duty. The captain's orders are absolute. It is an honor to serve. And that's final. Okay. We serve but one leader. Hail Captain Leo. It's that green-haired guy again, I swear. Captain Leo's orders are followed without question. This guy is such a deal killer, man. Look at that. Get out of here. Get blasted. Oh god, not another one of those guys. Oh my god, that guy's annoying. Not him. There. Like, don't shoot the fucking rappy. Okay, now we got these guys, alright. They're all so spread out though. So that took a minute, but not too long. I want to look further down into the crater, man. Right, the cacti. Guy says they say that the captain has been abducted, but that's impossible. Nobody can defeat the captain.
Bruh.
Ridiculous rumors.
Holy shit!
The military is also investigating the creatures in this area. The captain has ordered us to set up a tactical perimeter. Wait, what the hell? He says something else. The captain has ordered us to set up a tactical perimeter. You hunters had better not get in our way. Or else what?
You suck!
Asshole. Oh, Jesus. I'm already out of mag food. There doesn't seem to be a lot to explore. It is mostly barren. This does seem, you know, a little bit like they're saying, yeah, we didn't have a lot of funding for interesting environments. Mostly just a lot of open space. The desert, crater-like, well, the desert-like areas around the meteor impact zone, the crater, basically, is like the perfect excuse for just big, wide, barren, open areas with not a lot of, you know, details added in, or it gives it a nice premise to keep it, you know, barren. That's what I'm saying. To still make it believable and realistic, for it not to have a lot of stuff in it. It's like, hello, a meteor landed here, it destroyed everything. You know? So it makes sense that it doesn't have as much detail as like the ruins or some shit like that. Who's this asshole? That must be Leo. So I guess Rupika is the purple Newman chick. I'm glad she's actually getting some proper lore instead of just being a microchipped girl that you happen to rescue with Bernie in Grand Squall. This guy says, you hunters are sticking your necks out a bit too far. If you get too deep into this, you'll be sorry. Oh yeah? It's best if you just leave now. You threatening me? Hey, you there. You know anything about photon drops? Maybe. Oh, you do? And could you bring me 4 photon drops? Shit, I can spawn them. There's some valuable information in it for if you do. If you don't believe me, just try me. I'm just something of a collector. Okay, then. Didn't see this coming. Well, I can bring him. Yeah. I don't want to go back to town because I feel like that might screw something up, story-wise. But I can oblige him without going back to town, luckily. Same with the diamonds, but yeah, well, it's 4 photon drops. I'll just spawn extra because they can stack in one inventory slot. Here, I gotta take my glove off or else I'm not gonna be able to type that fast. Where's the item list? Item creation. Control F. Photon drop. Okay, so item 031,000. Like that. And then now the quantity, I'll give myself 99, so in hexadecimal that's 63. Just in case we run into any more NPCs that ask for this. Never know. Alright dude, I got your photon drops. Says if you don't believe me, that's up to you. Will you give them over? I'm telling you, I've got something real juicy. I'm sure you do. Alright, here you go. 4 photon drops. Thanks! So here's the scoop. What do you got? Captain Leo apparently took in this girl who's an experiment sample. Alright, you with me, cameraman? Look over here, huh? You say that's not true? She's a descendant of some noble bloodline? Ha! I don't know how my character knows all this stuff because I don't know that. What? She is? He says that's a bold-faced lie. Dr. Osto and Dr. Graves, the genetic engineer's assistant. What was it? B fission? No, that's not it. D fission. No, that's not right either. Aha! D factor. Yeah, the dark false gene. That's what they said. They said it was buried after they extracted the D factor genes. There's apparently a lot of this D factor in the meteor that landed. Okay, so my hypothesis was correct. This meteor does relate back to what that NPC told us in episode 1 in the principal's office during one of those government quests where he gave us that massive lore drop about our homeworld Coral and how it fell apart after a meteor containing these very specific photons and stuff landed there, crash landed there and all that stuff. So they did make a... Okay, so that's why they gave that guy that lore drop, because it does relate to the new episode 4 that was included with all the government quests and Blue Burst. Alright. He says, I don't know what this D factor is though, personally. Excuse me. It's probably connected to, well, something. Well, no, that was useful, eh? That's all I know about that. Good luck. If I get any more info, I'll pass it along. Alright. Interesting. Oh, come on, dude.
Oh, shit!
I can't believe all those shots missed. You couldn't hit a barn door. There. Thank you. Hit him with at least one that time. Jesus. Oh, right. Ernie!
Dylan!
He's back again. Slim Shady lurking over here. I think he's over there though. Or is he crossing the bridge? I can't really tell. Shit, where is he? Okay, he's over here. What's up, dude? Bernie says, so, Leo's the one who took Rupika away. But, why? I'm a bit forgetful at times, but I keep my promises. But if things end up like this, then that promise will mean nothing. Leo!
Fuck! You bastard!
Oh, he's got a personal agenda against Leo now. Okay, he's repeating himself. He's like, Leo! Good thing that guy doesn't have an N at the end of his name, or I'd feel threatened right now. This is, what is it? You want some info? Yeah. Fine. 10,000 Meseta.
Fuck!
Okay. There was a certain project. It was begun before our division was formed. That meteor crashing into Regal was like an omen to reform this plan. Data from the control tower via WIS. The weapon that took down the meteor. The impact site. That girl's power. And finally, the Mother Project. Fucking hell, I knew... Dude, I'm gonna have to really get off my ass and do all those episode 1 quests really fucking fast on this character off stream, man. The project has entered its final stage. To discover the truth, go underground beneath the crater. But alas, there's nothing you can do. Okay, he's repeating himself. This guy says, hey, I heard that a blue laser from Regal knocked the meteor from its path. I wonder if the laser was some kind of orbital space defense weapon. But why bother? Couldn't Pioneer 2 just have handled it? You don't think... No, it couldn't be. Leave me alone. Like, yeah, it's the people you're working for doing some shady shit. Oh, shit. That was, something. Get shot. Another one. Get him now. You know, those birds, the zoos, they kind of remind me of the giant monster toucan that you fight at, in the final pass they released for Endwalker right before Dawn Trail. Fuck. Now the, oh, here comes these guys. Oh! There we go.
Son of a bitch.
Get out of here. Stop throwing shit at me, asshole. Ash! He's right on their ass. Look at him. What's your take on this? Ash says, you know, I thought you'd already be ahead of me. Guess my luck's changing. I think that's the game telling me I've been too slow. What? Did I lose him again? Damn!
Fuck!
Gotta focus! I will save her. Yeah, this is definitely a quest with a hidden timer. And I'm moving too slow. I'll redo it off stream and see if I'm right. Thank God I decided to do episode 4 with the sandbox account. I didn't actually expect it to be this complex. To get like the full story. So I'm kind of glad I did. This whole game turned out to be more complex than I originally thought it was going to be. Like, between the seat of the heart stuff and then this. More than I bargained for, that's for sure. Just take it one day at a time. I'm here for it. Okay, no. Holy shit. Oh my god!
Fuck!
So many assholes. Well, look who it is. This guy says Karen. The captain must have a logical reason for what he's doing. Oh, her name's Karen? She's a Karen? This dude says, you! This area will soon be under military control. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Fuck you. We can keep going, though. Karen says, what is father thinking? Why is he obsessed with that girl? What?
What?
You again.
You bastard!
I don't know what you're trying to pull, but don't interfere with the military. Now leave this vicinity at once.
You son of a bitch!
So she didn't know I was even here when she was talking about her dad.
Surprise, motherfucker.
This is a new character. Leo says, seems like we've got some pests buzzing around. Rupika says, why? Why am I... Leo says nothing. There is no need for questions, my dear. But you shall soon see. He says nothing. Leo says, I cannot let anyone interfere with my plans. Not even you, Karen. Soon now. Very soon. Neither of their dialogue changed. Oh, we're getting some... So I think Karen and that android, they're the same ones we saw in episode 2 for sure. During that, the hunter's, examination and seat of the heart. They were, yeah, it's definitely the same characters that were in that one. We're actually getting some more backstory for them now. Ariel says, I see. So, Leo Grahard took Rupika underground. We need to act with utmost haste. We've got to find out what's inside the crater. We'll set the teleporter coordinates for the underground stratum. Please come back once we've completed our preparations. Until then, please rest. You've done a good job. Thank you again. You may go now. Alright. His dialogue is the same as before. Yep, same thing. Irene says they got away? I see. I wonder why he took Rupika underground. I'll inform the principal and see what we need to do next. Thank you for your work. We'll let you know when we have work for you. Please go rest up. Okay. Huh. Well, that was mission 9-4. Alright, so we're close enough to 2 hours, and I've been meaning to keep the streams between 1 and 2 hours anyway, and we've gone over 2 hours on most of the streams. So I think I'm just gonna end this one here. But I'm definitely gonna... After what just happened, I think with all the references they're making to stuff that happened in episode 1 and even episode 2, the mother system was also a huge part of the whole Kalis situation in episode 2 with Seed of the Heart. I'm definitely gonna finish off all the quests. I already did Seed of the Heart, thankfully, but all the episode 1 quests that I haven't done yet on this version of this character. off stream before the next stream. Like I think I can do it. I've done enough quests already. I've made enough progress that I can do the rest by tomorrow. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wrap up this stream here and then do that. I'll go do that along with other things, and by tomorrow's stream I'll be fully caught up. I'll have all the quests done again on episode 1 with this character. So if there's any more Easter eggs or references to those characters or those storylines in the rest of episode 4, which it sounds like there's gonna be, we'll get the full story rather than, you know, the half-ass version we're kind of getting because I didn't redo everything on this character because I didn't think it was gonna be that important, but it was. It was. Which I like, by the way. I'm happy about that. I'm glad that they made it this way because it's like a great payoff for people who love the story enough to redo all the quests again for like what, second, third, fourth time technically, because like every time they released a new version of Phantasy Star Online, you pretty much had to start the game over again, right? Like if you played the original on Dreamcast, you had to start all over again once they released the GameCube version that had episode 2 in it. Especially if you wanted, you know, when they later on after it's released, the initial release, they released the downloadable quest Seed of the Heart. If you wanted the true ending and everything with it, then you needed to do the episode 1 quest in that particular order for the Bernie and Sue subplot thing. So it's like you have to have a lot of dedication to get all the lore, you know. And then when Blueburst came out, obviously it's not like you could transfer your characters from the GameCube version, so it's like you have to start all over again, brand new character yet again for the third time at least, and do the quests all over again if you want the full story for episode 4, which came with Blueburst, exclusively on Blueburst. So it's like every time the game re-released, you had to start over basically. It's because, you know, they didn't really, I mean, this was in the very super early days of MMOs where they couldn't just, they didn't have that kind of foresight to just release the game on PC to begin with and then just be able to patch it with expansions. So it was very, because this was the first console MMO, it just kind of like, it was a jank operation. But they got it, I mean, they got through it. All the re-releases they did sold well enough that they still made a sequel, Phantasy Star Universe, and that sold well enough for them to make PSO2 after that. So, along with a bunch of other Phantasy Star games that are apparently like prequels and stuff to Phantasy Star Universe. There's some for the PSP I heard called like Phantasy Star Zero, some other games like that. There's a bunch of games that I won't be touching in this little like Phantasy Star marathon that I started on a whim. I won't be playing the JRPGs or the other, the other games that sort of expand Phantasy Star Universe's lore, I think, from what I've heard. But the games I will be playing are, of course, Phantasy Star Universe. We'll be watching the story for that. And I will get a character to 200 on the Clementine server. And then after that, it's just pretty much Phantasy Star Online 2 and New Genesis, and that'll be it. But yeah, we still got a lot to do on this game, though. Episode 4 is more robust than I thought it was going to be. It's bare bones, but not at the same time. They went heavy on story this time. Like, yeah, they went heavy on story. For sure. For the main scenario, anyway. There's more cutscenes and dialogue than there was in episode 1 and 2. That's for sure. But yeah. Alright, I was waiting for the alarm to go off at least once. So I can at least feed him one time before I get the fuck out of here. There we go. We'll keep the photon drops. Never know. And there we go. Alright, so like I said, I will bow out of here. I'm not gonna do the bow with Vaughn right now because I want to go back to the lobby. But I'm gonna bow out of here for now, regardless. And like I said, I will redo that quest a little faster to see if it changes anything after I complete all the episode 1 quests that I haven't done yet on that character. I'll do that all off stream, and if anything changes with that quest, then just like the beginning of this stream, I will show it at the beginning of next stream. I'll record it, and then show it at the beginning of next stream, like I did this time. And we'll go from there. But yeah, for now, I am out of here. So, As always, thank you all very much for watching, folks. I appreciate the support across Twitch and YouTube, wherever you decide to watch. Thank you very much. As I always like to say, please take care of yourselves, stay safe, don't die. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And I will see you all then. Peace. Now let's look for somebody to raid, shall we?
You son of a bitch.